Shalom Aleichem Malachei Hashares. That is the music to my ears. That means Shabbos has arrived. Shabbos is a new meaning in today's society. Being a CEO in a natural skincare company catering to the secular world, I've come to appreciate and I've come to realize how important Shabbos is in today's time and age. It's a time that when Friday night at sundown, when it's time to bench licht, to light the candles, everything comes to a screeching halt. From being nervous and busy and answering your emails and text and WhatsApp and everything around you, finally comes the day of rest, and it gives a new meaning to rest. The only way I can tell you exactly what it means is through a story that happened in my office, where on a Friday afternoon, I have a little bit of a custom that I answer the telephone by myself. This way I keep my ears on the ground. I talk to the customers and I talk to vendors. I take a half hour, and this way I know exactly what's happening from the front line. So several weeks ago, I was answering the telephone and someone said to me, "Excuse me, is this so-and-so from so-and-so?" And I said, "Yes. I would like to make an order. I would like to get a couple of moisturizers." "Fine." I go ahead and take the order. "What is your name?" "It's Elizabeth Tranquility. Where do you live?" "In Boulder, Colorado." She gives me the whole order and she says, "Thank you so much. Your products are really fabulous." And then she says to me, "Excuse me, sir, I want to ask you a question. Are you a member of the tribe?" And I stopped for a minute and I said, "Member of the tribe?" You know, in California, everything is privacy laws. So I didn't really want to get into a conversation. I was a bit nervous. You know, religion and state and church and business and who knows what in this crazy world. So I said, "What do you mean by a member of the tribe?" And she went further and she says, "Are you one of the chosen people?" And again, I gave her somewhat the colder shoulder. And finally she says to me, "Are you a Yid?" And I was taken back and I said, "Yes." She says, "Well, I'm glad I'm talking to you, because after all, my name is Esther Rosenberg. I left back east many, many years ago. I'm stuck here in Colorado. I changed my name and everything is good. And it's nice to talk to a landsman," she says. Fine, I'm about to hang up the phone and I say to myself, wait a minute. I'm a Lubavitcher. I got to follow what the Rebbe demanded of us. So I said, "Excuse me, Elizabeth, I have a question for you. In about 2 to 3 hours is going to be candle lighting time. Would it be okay if you bench licht? Would it be okay if you light the candles? After all, you're so spiritual, you use natural stuff, you don't want preservatives and any of the stuff that you put on your skin. This is the best natural thing, bringing light into your life." She says, "I'll tell you something, sir. What's your name?" I said, "My name is Mendel." "Oh, Mendel, my Zayda's name was Mendel." She says, "You know what? I light candles in my heart. I have light in my heart. I don't do physical light." I said, "You know what? You think about it. Here's my email address. I'm the owner of the company. I just would ask you if you can find a few minutes in the kindness of your heart to go ahead and light Shabbat candles. It would make me happy. Anyway, thank you very much. The order will ship on Monday. Good, fine, everything is great." And that's it. After Shabbos, obviously, when the 24-hour of tranquility, of Shtil, peace and quiet of Shabbos, where you're focusing on yourself, it's between you and Hashem, it's between you and your family. You know, you got to go back to the rush. So I go onto my email, and believe it or not, there was a long letter from Miss Tranquility. She sent me a picture of how she lit candles, and she said she felt so good to take something from the inside and bring it into the outside. What am I trying to say with this? Two things. First of all, the power of Shabbos is incredible. The power of Shabbos today means more than anything else, more than it ever did anything for the Jewish people. And the other thing is to mix business with Yiddishkeit. You go to a show, you can talk about someone to bring him a little closer to Yiddishkeit. You do some business, try to say a little Torah during your business hour. You never know what it leads to. After all, this is what it's all about. This is what life is all about. To be able to give back to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to give back to Hashem. And just to conclude, I once did a major sales pitch to a company, and the young lady said to me, you know what, I heard what you said, I will discuss your product, but you must call me next Saturday between 10 and 12. That's when I talk to my vendors to see if we accept your orders. And I said, excuse me, Miss MacArthur, there is no way that I can call you. And I tried to explain to her about Shabbat. And she said to me, what? You don't listen to music on Saturday? You don't check your emails on Saturday? You don't do business on Saturday? You don't go to the movies on Saturday? You don't wash your car on Saturday? What are you telling me? And I took in 1 minute to try to explain to her the peace and the tranquility that Shabbos brings to me. Shtil. Obviously, she was not Jewish, so I brought it down more in a practical way of Shtil, giving back to the Maker, giving back to the Almighty. Anyway, we spoke for a few minutes, and then she turned to me, she says, listen, this is the company policy. If you can't call me, we have no reason to do business together. About 6 weeks later, I get an email from her to inform me that they have changed the policy of the company. They no longer ask anyone to respond on the Sabbath, on Saturday, and also on Sunday, because it's different rest days for different people. And in fact, she ended by telling me, I want to say thank you to you, that you have left an impression on me, and even though I'm not of the Jewish faith, I have taken Saturday upon myself of peace and quiet and tranquility. So you never know. We're always scared to say something, where we stand in Yiddishkeit, where we stand as an Orthodox Jew. You got to be proud. You walk into an office with your beard, with your yarmulke, without a beard, with your tzitzis. You're proud to be a Jew. When you walk on a plane, you don't hide and wear a cap and look the other way. You stand tall. Mir Zayin B'nai Yisrael. We're proud to be Jewish. And therefore, we always have to realize that all business and all of the livelihood and all of Hashem comes from above. All the business comes from above. So whatever you have to make in your livelihood, you will make.